Switzerland just won the World Cheese Awards again. And for the next few minutes, you're coming with me to see exactly why. I spent 3 days in Bern attending the World Cheese Awards, and for the first time ever, this legendary competition was held in the land of cheese itself, Switzerland. And we won! And here's why it's so special. Gruyère AOP isn't just any cheese. Over the past 3 decades, it has won the World Cheese Awards 6 times. That's decades of Swiss tradition, craft, and passion, consistently beating the best cheeses from across the globe. And today, I'm taking you behind the scenes to see how the world's best cheese is actually made. We are visiting a dairy that produced the winning Le Gruyère AOP, and then heading up to a mountain to the affinage where hundreds of wheels are aged in one of the most dramatic cheese cellars you'll ever see. So if you've ever wondered what it takes to make a world champion cheese, let's find out. Welcome to the World Cheese Awards in Bern, where over 5,000 cheeses from over 40 countries are competing for the best world title today. For 3 days, Bern transformed into the capital of cheese, buzzing with thousands of cheese lovers, experts and producers from 46 countries, all competing with 5,244 cheeses from around the world. The judging process is intense. There is a jury of 265 experts including affineurs, cheesemakers, buyers, retailers, journalists, working in a teams of 2 or 3. In the first round, each cheese is judged blind, meaning judges do not know the brand or producer, and evaluated them on multiple aspects. They score based on appearance, the rind and interior, aroma, what the cheese smells like, body and texture, how it feels in the mouth, and flavor, the balance, complexity, and depth of taste. Based on these assessments, cheeses receive a medal, bronze, silver, gold, and from the gold, some are elevated to super gold. The super gold winners, a total of 110 cheeses, then advance to the second stage where they are judged by a super jury of 14 world-renowned experts. Each judge picks a champion, and the final 14 cheeses face off before a live audience for the ultimate title. It's meticulous, precise, and utterly captivating. And in just a few minutes' time, you'll witness the dramatic final showdown that crowns the world's champion cheese. Apart from the competition, the event was alive with tastings, a Swiss fine food market, public fondue stands, creating a festival-like atmosphere where cheese lovers of all kinds could celebrate the world's finest cheeses. A fondue tram by Vacheron Fribourgeois AOP offered a historic tram ride with fondue on board, and the YB Chalet served the classic Swiss moitié-moitié fondue. It is truly the perfect way to dive into Swiss culture, savor traditional cheese, and experience a festival that's as Swiss as it gets. With just 1 hour left before the finals, I decided to interview some of the judges before the big review.
So we had to judge many things, starting from the visual part, talking about the rind, the texture of the cheese, that you have to move to see the full body and aesthetic, taste the smell, the aroma, the balance. So it's a tough job because you have to judge 45 cheeses. But with Christopher and I, there was very good feeling, so we managed to do a very good job. We gave many awards, so we were lucky because the table we got was rich of very good cheeses.
What is your top favorite Swiss cheese?
Well, of course, I love Gruyère, I will not lie. But I actually have a cheese from the German Switzerland in my shop called Chalrock. I think it's very, very nice. In this cheese, you have between 12 and 13 nuances in it. Some, like we talked about actually early, I don't go after the strong cheese all the time. Many people believe because it's strong is better. I don't think it's right. I go more after the finesse and the delicatesse of the things. And I think this cheese is one of the 5 best in our shop.
So I have to say that Emmentaler is my favorite one. Today we had beautiful Emmentalers from different aging, so I'll go with Emmentaler for sure.
That's not easy to explain because I have really absolutely several Swiss cheese I really do like Spriens. That's an extra hard cheese, you know them maybe, but also Gruyère. Definitely Gruyère, and also some regional specialities like Alp cheese, who are produced only in the summertime. I really like them, and I really like the variety, the big variety of different kinds of Swiss cheese.
What is my favorite Swiss cheese? Oh my God, that is a good question. Well, we work with a lot of like small and artisan producers. One of the best ones that I've tried recently is a cheese called Schnebelhorn, which is a double triple cream Swiss hard cheese, incredibly complex in flavors.
Now, we've come to the moment that everyone has been waiting for, the climax of the World Cheese Awards, the final showdown of the Super Gold cheeses. The 14-member super jury takes the stage to evaluate the finalists live. Each judge scores the cheeses on a scale, typically 1 to 7 points. The scores are tallied in real time, and the cheese with the highest total score is crowned the world champion cheese. You can literally feel the tension in the room as judges deliberate, tasting, and discussing every detail before making their final decision.
Cave, gentle yeast to this cheese. The texture is just a complete cream bomb, almost melts in your mouth. The flavor starts off very buttery and nutty, but then it quickly moves into more savory.
If you look at it from the outside, it had a rather gray, it looked hard, rind. If you cut it open, it presented itself in a brilliant white. There were a lot of flavors like mushroom, it reminded me of a forest, very earthy tones.
Now, while we're stalled, pardon my Singapore colloquial English, this is a cheese that is super shook, and translated, it's delicious, it's pleasurable, and just also satisfying.
Among the final 14 cheeses, there were 3 from Switzerland, and you could instantly tell which ones were Swiss. The wheels looked familiar. The crowd began whispering excitedly each time a Swiss cheese appeared on the stage. And each time Switzerland was mentioned, I couldn't help but grin, feeling a surge of excitement with the rest of the audience.
This is another cheese from Switzerland.
Cheese number 7, that score is about to come up on that screen. Now is the time for you to please share where this cheese is from.
It's from Switzerland.
The World Champion Cheese from the World Cheese Awards for 2025 is the Bern Vodafultigen Gruyère AOP.
It was such an honor witnessing Switzerland win on a global stage. Watching the producers celebrate and seeing the excitement ripple through the audience is a moment I'll never forget. But winning the World Cheese Awards was just the beginning of my journey as I dive deeper into Switzerland's cheese world to see how this cheese was made. Before I embark on the next leg of my adventure, I checked into Hotel Savoy Bern, just minutes from the station. The location couldn't have been more convenient, placing me right in the heart of the city while offering a peaceful retreat. The rooms were comfortable and stylish with all the amenities I needed to unwind. A cozy bed, a bathtub of my dreams, and a view of Bern's old town. After a full day immersed in the sights, smells and tasting of so many cheeses, I was completely exhausted. This little haven provided the perfect escape, giving me the chance to recharge, reflect on the excitement of the festival, and leaving me feeling energized and ready for my next adventure. I woke up super early the next day for a long day of exploration ahead and started my day with Hotel Savoy Bern's beautifully curated breakfast spread. Fresh breads, local cheeses, seasonal fruits, and everything I needed to start the day feeling spoiled and energized. We have arrived at JUNGO Cheese AG, a family-run dairy that has been shaping Swiss cheese tradition for more than a century. Their village cheese house, Struss, in St. Ursen, has existed for over 110 years, and since 1986, it's been steered by master cheesemaker Franz JUNGO and his wife Lilian. Today, their sons Julien and Alain continue the craft, producing around 2.5 million kilograms of milk into cheese every year, staying true to the strict standards of the Swiss AOP tradition. I'm excited to get a behind-the-scenes look at how fresh milk becomes award-winning cheese. Come with me. Here, they produce some of Switzerland's most iconic cheeses, including Gruyère AOP and also Vacherin Fribourgeois AOP. The journey begins with fresh milk from local farmers, cows grazing on alpine meadows, feeding on lush grass and hay, the pure, high-quality milk that defines Gruyère. The milk goes into a copper vat where cheesemakers add their unique house starter cultures and a dash of rennet. Here's the interesting part. Every dairy has its own unique whey culture, a natural mix of bacteria preserved over the years, and it's like their signature or identity, which is why no two Gruyère cheeses taste exactly alike. Within about 35 to 40 minutes, the milk coagulates and becomes curd. The curds are then cut, stirred, and heated with absolute precision. At this point, the cheesemakers check the texture. And once the curds reach the perfect texture, they are lifted, packed into molds, pressed under heavy pressure for about 20 hours to expel extra whey and form those iconic wheels of Gruyère. After pressing, each wheel is immersed in a 22% salt brine bath for 24 hours. From there, the wheels are moved into the aging cellars, where the wheels rest in a dairy cellar for about 3 months while their rinds form, and then moved to a cool, humid maturation cellars where they age, generally for 5 to 18 months, some even longer, regularly turned and washed with salt water until they develop that firm texture and rich, nutty, earthy flavor Gruyère is known for. And right next to them, you often find wheels of Vacherin Fribourgeois AOP developing their own softer, creamier personality. Walking into this cellar, you can truly feel the weight of time and tradition. Every wheel carries the story of the family, the region, and the generations of Swiss cheesemakers who perfected this craft long before any of us were born. And of course, no visit to a dairy is complete without tasting. I ended my tour with a cheese platter featuring their Gruyère AOP and Vacherin Fribourgeois AOP. Visiting the JUNGO family dairy made me appreciate Swiss cheese on an entirely different level. It's not just a product, it's a legacy, a commitment, and a craft that takes time, patience, and heart. Now that we have seen how the cheese is born, it's time to see where it travels next, into the mountains where it reaches its full potential. We have reached GOURMINO, a mountain affinage cellar deep in the Swiss Alps where Swiss cheeses are aged to perfection. Founded in 2001 by a group of master cheesemakers, GOURMINO was created to preserve and showcase traditional Swiss cheeses from small, family-run dairies across Switzerland. Meet Roland. With over 50 years of experience in the Swiss cheese industry, he now leads GOURMINO as a co-managing director, and he is our guide for the day.
250 meters in the mountain and 200 meters above the bunker are cows grazing on the pasture. What's the most fantastic part of such a bunker? Nature is offering us everything we need. We need a cool storage temperature, we need humidity, and we will find it all herein. So perfect condition to ripen cheese.
Here's the interesting part. In 2015, GOURMINO acquired 4 former military tunnels in the Bernese Oberland and transformed them into subterranean cheese aging cellars. These natural mountain caves provide the perfect humidity and temperature for long-term affinage, allowing Gruyère AOP and other raw milk cheeses to develop their full flavor, texture, and aroma under the careful watch of expert affineurs, the guardians of the cheese. The moment you walk in, you are hit with that unmistakable ammonia aroma of aging cheese, the scent of months, even years of slow transformation, which is pretty intense, that could get your eyes watering. GOURMINO's mountain caves are home to thousands of cheese wheels. Here we have over 6,400 wheels of Gruyère AOP alongside Emmentaler AOP and other semi-hard cheeses. It's definitely a sight to behold. I've never seen so many cheeses in one place, towering above you. As we continue through the caves, I learned that every detail matters in aging cheese. The Gruyère wheels rest on wooden boards made from special types of wood, chosen carefully because they influence the flavor and texture. Our guide showed us how they tap each wheel, listening for hollow sounds that indicate holes or irregularities inside. The stone walls of the tunnels also play a huge role, naturally regulating temperature and humidity, creating the perfect environment for slow, even maturation. Walking through these rows of cheese, it became clear just how much skill, precision, and patience goes into turning a fresh wheel into an award-winning Gruyère AOP. We ended the tour with a generous cheese tasting, including a slice of the very Gruyère AOP that won the World Cheese Awards. Tasting it right here in the place where it matured made the experience truly surreal.
Best cheese of 2025.
This whole journey has given me a new appreciation for Swiss cheese, not just the flavors, but the decades of hard work and dedication behind every wheel. From the farmers and the cows that produce the milk, to the cheesemakers crafting it, and the affineurs patiently aging it to perfection, it is a process that combines passion, tradition, and patience. So the next time you enjoy a slice of Swiss cheese, I hope you think of all the people, the craft and the care that went into it, because that's what truly makes it the finest cheese in the world and a true World Cheese Awards winner.